Hey everybody, watching After the Fact. Welcome to Viking MTG. Uh, got a bundle after F&M. Figured I'd crack it tonight. Um, F&M had a very low turnout for standard, unfortunately. We had two new people, and Larry and I was playing my really nasty Golgari deck, and I did a lot of very bad things to people tonight with that deck. But yeah, it went good. I won, of course, pretty much hands down won. Um, got my prize packs. My prize packs got they were okay. I got Response and Resurgence, which is a great card. Niv Mizzet, Experimental Frenzy, two Guild Mages forms, and part bottom of the box and part of the other box. So that's how I got two Guild Mages forms. And my promo was a Sinister Sabotage, and I had just traded a gentleman there at the store for this Sinister Sabotage, but he wanted the promo version, so I just traded him back for the regular foil. Beautiful card. And then the foil Child of Night I hit. I love this card. I love how the eyes glow. I clearly never play it, but it's great and limited. I just love the art. It's beautiful. So hello, whoever has joined us, whether it's my creepy watcher or somebody else. Hello, welcome. I'm going to get to cracking this bundle. So let me show you something. The reason why you never buy the resealed product. Never buy resealed product as far as grab bags. Let me show you what I got. So I ordered one of these grab bags just to see what was in it. It cost $6. And no, it wasn't $6. It was like $9. And guaranteed, guaranteed a rare or a mythic, possible, power and all that stuff. And what he actually sent me, Chandra Pyromancer, which is worth like $1. I'm like, oh yay, but actually it's from a dual deck and it's worth $1. Bronzebeak Moa, which is generally worthless. Active Heroism, Havoc Sower, Exalting Court, Cultist, Putrefy, a Stream of Life, which is supposedly the vintage card he sent me, which is total horse poop. It's from '97 and it's pretty well worthless. Foul Imp, a Gust Walker, and a Spontaneous Artist. So this is $9. It's total rip. There's comments on his page of people 5 stars, got great cards, da da da. But when they send this kind of junk, I guarantee nobody's getting anything good, and all those positive comments are plants. People that he has given free stuff to make those comments. It's just how it goes. That's how it goes with repacks. Repacks are a mistake. I do it every once in a while when I see a seller that's put up something that looks legitimate, but generally end up regretting it. So let's go ahead and crack this. Why not? Got one watcher, so yeah, people can always watch it after, of course. All right. Sorry, drink of water. All right, now there's some nice surprises and nice surprise in the bundles now. I want to say it again. I've said this before. When you go to play draft at your LGS, and they have the lands that you can use, that does not mean those are for you to take home. When you take those lands home, the store has to replace them with other lands. And understand that opening a booster box of, say, guilds, there are no basic lands. the only way to get basic lands from guilds is to open bundles, or they have to go through old product and find old lands. Well, stores eventually run out of lands, and then they have to order them or open bundles to find them. And it's horribly unfair how many basic lands people snatch from the stores. They constantly run out, and I started going through my collection and grabbing my basic lands, taking them in and giving them to the store. I don't care. Basic lands, what am I going to do with them? And now I'm running out of basic lands. I don't have them laying around anymore. I've probably got maybe 200 basic lands left, maybe. And I will eventually probably take those there too. But every time I get a bundle and get the basic land pack. No, Jeremy, man, I just got started. You're here in time. There's plenty of milk and cookies. But I'll get these. I'll take the foils out and give them the regular lands. Now the bundles now have foils. Kind of a nice surprise. Yeah, I've only been going for 6 minutes, Jeremy. So the bundles now have very nice surprise. One of each land in foil. This is the only way to get basic lands from guilds. Strangely enough, because they don't put them in the booster boxes. So pretty foil lands. They're nice. So I got 2 sets of them now. And yeah, I will take and give these to, yeah, the crazy creepy watcher guys here. I still have a hunch it's Rudy, but he won't admit it. Got all my basics, and I will take and give these to Isle of Games or Showtime or wherever I go, because people keep taking their basic lands. So just don't be a D-bag. And it's enough people. It's not one person a night. It's multiple people doing it. So let's get going here. We're going to go through the commons, because I've never taken the time and gone through the commons in the set. An Ornery Goblin, he's a Goblin Warrior, 2/1. Whenever he blocks or becomes blocked by a creature, he deals 1 damage to that creature. Loxodon Restore. He's got Convoke, he's nice. Dimir Informant. Burglar Rat's awesome, especially in Limited. Oh, nice, Jeremy. Pax Favor. Hired Poisoner. Blade Instructor. Sonic Assault. Golgari Locket. Command the Storm. Command the Storm's good removal in Limited. Hazda Marshal. Smelt Ward Minotaur. Feed the Beast Minotaur. Enhanced Surveillance. And we have a Chromatic Lantern. Great first rare. Take a Chromatic Lantern any day of the week. Is it Gilgate and a Soldier token? Ironically, I traded for one of those today because I didn't have a playset. And then I pull one, of course. Just like I traded for, at the same time I traded for 2 bounty agents, so I had a playset. And then I pulled one out of my prize packs. Alright, so we have a Fearless Halberdier. Righteous Blow. Great card in Limited as well. Leapfrog. This is an interesting card. It has flying as long as you cast an instant or sorcery spell this turn. So 3 mana to the face after you cast an instant's good. A Veiled Shade. Crawl Foragers. And this is a good card as well in Limited. You gain 1 life for each creature card in your graveyard when it comes into play. which can give you a good boost and get you back in the game. A hired poisoner, a blade instructor, sonic assault again, Golgari Locket again, command the storm again. Seeing some serious repetition there. A crawl harpooner, district guide, which is seeing play in Golgari. District guide's actually pretty good. It's a 2/2 body for 3. Elf scout, so she plays well in the elf deck. And when she enters the battlefield, you may search your library for a basic land or gate card, reveal it, put it in your hand, and shuffle your library. A discovery and dispersal, and a chamber sentry. So we got the only 2 foil, or the only 2 rare artifacts in the deck in this set, back to back. Chamber sentry's cool. Actually, you're never going to use his ability in limited. There's just no way, unless you use chromatic lanterns. And good luck getting a chromatic lantern in limited. Ooh, we have a foil here. We have a True Fire Captain, a Demir Spybug. Seen a lot of that card. A Crawl Swarm, and a Gruesome Menagerie. I have so many of this card, it's ridiculous. And a foil Siege Worm. That's a cool art. Not much of a card of value, but that's a crazy looking card in foil. Good and limited too. 5/5 with Convoke is for 7 is pretty good. So how you doing tonight, Jeremy? Did you go to F&M this evening? Oh, we have a Conclave Tribunal, a Sun Home Stalwart, Conclave Guildmage, and a Sacred Foundry. Very nice. So, starting out very well here. Chromatic Lantern and a Sacred Foundry. Time to pull a mythic. Some Mr. Bevers hit 4 mythics in one box, in one bundle recently on his channel. That's pretty nuts. I've never done 4 mythics in a bundle. Oof, I've been there, man. I've been there, Jeremy. It hurts. I've got a bad back, dude. I know exactly how you feel. Price of Fame, Flight of Equinox, Grappling Sundew, and a Camaraderie. I've started just dealing with it when I blow my back out. It hasn't happened recently, but when it does, I don't even bother going to the doc anymore because they just give me pain meds, or tell me go home, take Motrin and stretch it. That's what the VA does. Go home, take Motrin and stretch it. So it's just not worth it. I just stretch it out and relax it and use ice. Ice and heat, ice and heat. Yeah, it was pretty cool. Lava Coil, Molderhulk, Sinister Sabotage, and an Overgrown Tomb. So we have a double Shockland box. Nice. I'll take 2 Shocklands in a bundle, that's for sure. Oh, at work. Got it. That's a different story. At work, they want you to do a P-test and everything. We got a Chemister's Insight, Elite Guildmage, Cloud Erasure, and a Lazav. So we get our first mythic, Lazav the Multifarious. A lot of guys are trying to force this card, but he is pretty cool. We have a Boros Challenger, Gatekeeper Gargoyle, Creeping Chill, and a Narcomoeba. Alright, 2 to go. I hope so, Jeremy, I hope so. We have a Gatekeeper Gargoyle, another Molderhulk, Goblin Banneret, and an Amara. Amara's cool. So let's hope for one more mythic here. Even if I don't hit another money card, I'm happy with it. Some cool cards here. Let's hope. We have a Chemister's Insight, Beam Splitter Mage, City Watch Sphinx, in a Doom Whisperer. That does it right there. That pays for the box. Done. Doom Whisperer. That's a good game right there. That makes me happy. So, that was a blast. That was a lot of fun. I'll show you guys the deck I'm playing. Jeremy, I'll show you the deck I'm playing. I will be modifying it before the PPTQ on, I'll be making some moderate changes before the PPTQ on Sunday. I am going to go play in the Pro 2 qualifier Sunday. Hoping to win there. But I'll show you what I'm playing. Just a moment. I love the foil lands in the bundle, though. I remember when they had the full art lands in Amonkhet. That was awesome because you knew you were going to get a bunch of full art lands out of the bundles. And people were scraping to get them out of booster boxes, but you could go buy 2 bundles for the price of a booster box and have all the full art lands you'll ever need for less than a booster box. Let me pull my deck out here. Alright. So here she is. My current main deck. I put it in the Kamena sleeves. I wanted people to make people guess what's he playing, but I'm not playing Merfolk. Pilfering Imp, who I've found I really like. He's a great card against control. He's a duress with the body. Plus, you can get rid of a creature card as well. So my sideboard, duresses, a cast down, Price of Fame, Ravenous Chupacabras. I have 2 main deck and 2 sideboard right now. That might change. I sideboarded 2 Vraska's Contempts, 2 Fine and Finalities, and 2 in the main deck. Underrealm Lich. I have him sideboarded just in case, but I have never actually put him in. The Eldest Reborn, great card. I've got a main deck as well. Another cast down. I did 2 cast downs. And I put a sideboard Assassin's Trophy and 3 in the main deck. I usually do 24 lands with this deck. The Ravenous Chupacabras, Doom Whisperers. I went with 4 Doom Whisperers. He's just so dominant. Honestly, there's no good reason not to play 4 of him. You could always, if you felt like it, sideboard him out, sideboard 1 or 2 out, and put something else in. But he's never done anything but murder people for me. He's never hurt me. I've never had him once. I've never once regretted having 4 of him in my deck at all. I love the 2 Vraskas. The 2 Vraskas are so dominant. I've gotten both of them out so many times online. And once you have the 2 of them out, you're removing stuff left and right. They're brutal. Yeah, I've hit a lot of them recently, Jeremy. I went Um, I pre-ordered one of them just to have one because I didn't pull any out of my boxes. I pre-ordered, actually I pulled one, and then I pre-ordered a second, and then I pulled a couple recently. So the card that I'm trying to find that seems very elusive is March of the Multitudes. Even the biggest store here in town was out of them. They seem to be extremely popular. At least people are just trying to have them. Whether they're actually building with them, I don't know. I'll show you what I've put together here. A little super quick deck tech. And it is extremely dominant the way I have it put together. I will be making some changes because I'm sure there will be people who will see this who will be playing me at the PBTQ on Sunday. So don't think there won't be some changes here, because there will. It is brutal dominant. I went with 3 Assassin's Trophies. I might actually drop it to 2. Maybe 2 sideboard, 2 main. It is so painful to use an Assassin's Trophy early. You give your opponent that land early, and it hurts you so much, especially against creature decks, even against control. Giving your opponent land before, I'd say, turn 6, it's tough. On who? On Vraska? Oh, the Vraska Relic Seeker? Maybe. We'll see. And that's what I put together. 2 Vraska Relic Seekers. I might go 3. We'll see about that. I'd have to buy a 3rd one. I actually only had 2. When she dropped to like $6 or $7, I got rid of 2 of her and kept 2. I didn't think she would get a big boost from guilds, but she sure did. 3 the Golgari Queens. She's awesome. She's just a great card. You can use her as a piece of removal early, or you could just build her up and win the game with her. 2 Golgari Finebrokers. Finebrokers outstanding. I don't know how many times I've brought Doom Whispers back in my hand with her. That's absolutely awesome. Chupacabra. Like I said, I have 1 main deck and 2 in the sideboard. I can, of course, change that at any time. 2 Eldest Reborns, 2 Pilfering Imps. I have been main decking these because I can use them to pull creatures out of people's hands too. 4 Jadelight Rangers, 4 Merfolk Branchwalkers. I've been using 2 Rabid Bites. Rabid Bite is an awesome card. My creature doesn't take damage, and I kill your creature. It's that simple. It's a great removal. It's just a great piece of removal. You can't complain about it. 4 Doom Whispers, of course. It's an awesome deck. 4 Llanowar, all different arts and foils, and it's fun. It's a great deck, and it's extremely effective. And there's so many variations of this, so many twists and variations and different numbers, and really it comes down to card draw. And Branchwalker and Jadelight Ranger help your card draw massively. And then mix Doom Whisperer in there. I can just search my deck and do whatever I want. So Plague Crafter's great. Even if you're not removing creatures, you can make control discard, and they hate discarding. Every control deck hates discarding. That's the worst thing you can make them do, in my opinion. So it was awesome. It played really well. The other two of my opponents, they were playing very chumpy, brand new decks. They were pretty much beginner decks. I mean, there's no other way to put it. They weren't even playing with sleeves, and it was definitely amateur night with them. But then I played Larry. He was playing a Niv Mizzet deck, and it didn't stand a chance for the most part against my Golgari deck, but it was still fun. We still had a good time. So it was a blast. It was a good night. Everybody was having fun, so that's what matters. I had fun, but it was a lot longer than it needed to be, unfortunately. And it was pissing me off that I didn't have pirate tokens tonight. It made me very angry because I'm playing that Vraska Relic Seeker, and I didn't have a pirate token in my token binder, and it really made me mad. And I couldn't find one in the whole place, so I got to make sure I have a pirate token in there before Sunday. So I am going pumpkin picking with the family tomorrow, and pretty much family day tomorrow. I will be editing multiple videos I have filmed, product openings I've done, M25, all kinds of good stuff. And I will be posting that stuff this weekend. And I hope to see you all next week. I hope everybody has a wonderful weekend. Have a lot of fun. Get out. Have a good time. Will they let me proxy what? Oh, proxy of Vraska? I doubt it in the PPTQ. I doubt it. I mean, it's a Pro 2 qualifier, so I doubt they'll let me proxy. If anything, I'll buy one. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. She's gone up in price, but I've got so much store credit at Showtime and at Games that I'm sure one of them will have one. But I don't think I'm going to play 3. I think I'm going to stick with 2 and 3. She's so high mana cost. The 6 mana is tough. And against a lot of matchups, I want to be done faster than that. I've got to beat the red decks and all those fast decks to the punch. So the 6 mana Planeswalker is rough to get to. But I'm going to go ahead and cut it off here. Relax before bedtime. So I hope everybody has a great weekend, and we'll see you next week. Like, comment, subscribe. Yeah, I agree, Jeremy. Talk to you later. Peace.